Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife and Resources Agency.
Hey, welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on AM 790 here in Memphis. Is the flagship station for Outdoors for Larry Ray for these many 22-plus years. And this is First Saturday. We are in February. As Dave Gabbard mentioned earlier, it's hard to believe we're in February. Gene Smith sitting in the studio with me. Dave on the line from Kentucky, where he's been house sitting for his son, and as his family's been taking a little vacation, and Dave's taking care of the 2 dogs and 2 cats. So we don't want to get too confused with 2 days on the same section here, okay? Because I got to get these visually in my mind.
Oh, no, don't do that.
No, don't do that.
No.
Don't do that. But we've got Dave Payne on with us this morning. That Dave, we've been hooked up for 2 or 3 years now, and I've really enjoyed our relationship as being my place to go, even though I didn't kill anything this year.
Well, you did drop by there. They'll say hello.
Well, I've been with people who took deer by there,
okay?
Including my friend Steve McPherson the other day. Good morning, Dave Payne.
Good morning.
All right. No, everybody thinks, well, it's all over for you. No. I mean, you guys, we think of Dave's deer processing, but you got to throw in the Pipe Dream Farms Butchery. And somebody asked me the other day, and I think you've explained this before, the Pipe Dream Farms, the name. Where did it come from?
Yeah, that's we've kind of incorporated. Melissa, my wife, raises Nigerian dwarf milk goats.
Yes.
And so, we just incorporated it all together and decided to put the custom butcher shop under that name. Everybody knows Dave's deer processing as it is for several years, but on the custom slaughter side, we are Pipe Dream Farms Butchery.
And the name Pipe Dream, is that something that goes back in the family for years? It's
No, it was actually just on a whim because if you look up Pipe Dream, it's kind of like something that'll never happen.
Yes, and
that's what happened with this business is it just grew out of nothing, and
really,
here we are, and do enough cattle and hogs and sheep to keep us busy year round.
And a lot of folks, Dave, you spend a lot of time with the Shelby County Sheriff's Department, right? I mean,
yep.
How many years? How many years?
I did 25 years and retired 2 years ago in July.
Wow. And,
yep.
And my hat's off to you, buddy, for your service there to our community and everything else. But at the same time, this has been some kind of a deer season. I know we're way ahead. We had Jeremy Dennison on last week. He spoke highly of you as our CWD man for the TWRA, and he said we were over 160,000 as of last week sometime. You have been busy. You told me that the extra time now going from October the 31st, really, for gun season for us, to January the 31st. So talk about how it's been, particularly in January for you guys.
Well, at first we were leery about staying open for the extended season, but it really surprised me. Everybody took advantage of it. So we've been rolling pretty steady since the day it started, all the way up till the weather came in last week. And but we've been super steady with it, and we've been real happy with it, and we're real glad we stayed open.
Well, I know that in the percentage-wise and everything, everybody thinks, you may have hours that you list on your card that I pass out a lot of times, but it's
not like banker's hours.
No, it's not like banker's hours. No,
I wish it was.
Yes, because daylight to dark is not even right. It's dark to bark.
That's correct.
So what's the season been like overall, Dave, you think, compared to your past years?
I think we're up several hundred from last year.
Okay.
Total numbers. Uh-huh. And like I said, it's just been a great season for us. And it really has.
And as far as CWD, has that been you've had a few, I'm sure. I mean,
well, we have seen more this season than we have in the past season.
Yeah.
But still, overall, you're really only talking about 1%.
1%.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, you're really not talking numbers for numbers. You're not talking a big influx in it.
Yeah.
It's just we've seen a lot more this year compared to our numbers last season.
But the deer herd is healthy. I mean,
yeah.
the two we checked in there the other day were healthy deer as this late, and I guess you've had some contests and things along that line. But for the layman that wants to know, what is the life like for a deer processor?
Well, it's a great business. You meet a lot of great, wonderful people, a lot of good contacts that you meet over the years.
Yeah.
Develop a lot of good friendships.
Yes.
But it is. I mean, I don't want to say it's a 24-hour.
No, but you're on your feet a lot. You're on your feet a lot. I mean,
you are. Yeah. I mean, we're in this shop probably 14 to 16 hours a day, 7 days a week. And you know, I mean, it gets taxing on you. But like I said, it's a great thing to do.
I think you've handled it this year, non-stoppage, very few, because each year you improve the facility, and you guys pride yourself in being clean, pride yourself in getting it back to the people. It's often not the deer processor that is in the delay process. It's the one that brings the deer in.
That's correct.
And I don't want to badmouth people, but some people just don't want to come pick it up, you know. And,
That's right. That's right.
And I would say that probably throws you behind more than anything, right?
Well, it does. You know, we're limited. Our building's only as big as it is, and, you know, we're limited on freezer space. And once all those freezers fill up, we can't put finished product anywhere.
All right.
But, you know, it really hasn't been that bad this year.
It hasn't. No, you've got
it really hasn't.
You streamlined it, and we got Dave Gabbard on the line, and he made an unusual request when he brought in some meat for you. Dave Gabbard, you wanted, and I did not know this, so Dave, tell him about the meat that you brought in.
Well, I brought him a couple of, you know, over the season with my grandson down hunting on the farm, you know. I usually, when he kills them, I bone them out, and I save the meat so I can take it all in at one time.
Yeah.
And, of course, this year, you know, talking with Dave over the years as being on the show and talking about, you know, to try some of his specialty stuff. So, you know, I took the deer over to him a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And like you said, it was on a Saturday morning, nice Saturday morning. And I don't see how between people coming in with deer and him talking on the phone and him talking with people bringing in deer and the phone ring and everything. And then I was, you know, sitting there talking to him a little bit. And he does a remarkable job keeping all of it straight. But, you know, I was amazed. Like I said, it's a clean operation. And I was looking at the two young men skinning deer over there, and I said, you know, if I lived 150 years ago when I was a buffalo hunter, I'd love to have them two young men with them skinning because they were flat getting it done.
Well,
yeah, they are.
Dave has a real good supervisor too, and her name is Melissa. Okay, we know this is a family affair. Well, we just want to salute you, Dave Payne, for being part of Outdoors with Larry Ray this year. Gene wants to say something. What?
Yeah, one thing I like about going to watch all the deer process, the different kind of deer come in.
Yes.
Sometimes they're different color.
Yeah.
And, of course, a friend of mine shot a piebald one year, Craig Chapman. He shot a piebald one year. And, of course, the antlers, everybody likes to look at the antlers, but I like to look at the different colors of the deer during the season.
Well, it's a visiting place, right,
yes,
Dave
is.
Payne? I mean,
that's right.
It's a gathering place, and I'm assuming that you've got people that come every year that you know, and maybe a kid like when Gene has taught them in hunter education will come back in 5 years and say, "Is that the same kid?" You know, and things along that line.
Right.
But
we've got some that, you know, their dad used to bring them, and now they bring themselves. You know, and they've stuck with us this whole time. And the customers are what makes us.
That's it.
And you can't have any better advertisement than word of mouth.
Well, that's what we try to do on Outdoors with Larry Ray. So you're still in business right now. You're switching gears now. So you're going into the pipe dream part now, so to speak. But he's getting all those deer out there for everybody. But Dave, again, you, Melissa, the family, thank you for being part of this show and putting up with me. And hopefully I won't have as many health issues next year. I only got to hunt 6 times. And, I hope to see you again, buddy. We'll keep this relationship going, okay, man?
That's great. We appreciate everything y'all have done for us.
All right, buddy.
We look forward to see you soon.
All right. Have a great weekend. Thank you. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Dave Payne. And, dear
he's very accommodating, like we was talking about a while ago, what I didn't get around to. Most processors, when they're getting specialty stuff done, they primarily use pork in their stuff.
Yes.
But
you use
my
beef.
wife and my son, his family, they don't eat pork, so he's rounding me up some beef. To put in there, so he'll accommodate you.
Yeah,
and
he'll do that. And just stop by and see him sometime at Pipe Dream Butchery right there down the road from Slingshot Charlie's. All right. Let's take a break, and then we'll come back, and we're going to keep this thing rolling. We're going to Somerville now, Somerville, Tennessee, and Gene Smith can't wait to have another punt. We'll be right back.